Right, another beautiful day. Still a little bit of a wind, but very nice in the sun. We're going to look at the centre palm bed because I've pulled some palms out and I've put some palms in. So let's have a look. So this is not going to mean anything to anyone unless you've sort of been following the channel for a little while. But basically we had 7 palms in here, and over the years I've sort of swapped the odd 1 or 2 out. But this is a major change, and so from 5 or 6 years ago, I forget now, when I first done this, there's only 1 original palm in here. The rest have been moved and swapped for others, namely because a couple of them died, a couple I weren't happy with, various reasons. But yeah, the idea of this is it's in the centre of the garden, so this is going to be really slow growing palms, but in general something a bit different to your standard palms you'd normally grow in the UK. Right, so let's look at it. Let's start off with the original. So here we've got the Brahea edulis. So yeah, a little bit of a winter damage, still pushing new fronds. That's been in from the start, so I'm going to say 6 years, from a tiny little seedling. That's took damage over the winter. Some winters no damage, some winters worse than others. But yeah, so that is the only original palm left in here. We've got a Trachycarpus princeps, so this has been in for 2 years, I believe, and that's done okay. It did spear pull winter 22, but come back strong, pushing out growth. So that's been there a couple of years. So one of the new swaps, so I did have a yucca at the front here, and I've swapped that for this Triphanix campestris, or some people commonly call it blue needle palm. That's not any relation to the actual needle palm, I believe. That's a totally different species, but or different family, genus, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, similar looking, sort of a silvery blue, very hardy, very slow growing. We've sort of got a double trunk there. That is can be a clustering palm. So that's gone in, which replaced the yucca. Was at the front. We had a blank spot here. I did have a sable, standard sable minor, which I transplanted from the front garden, and that didn't do well. It did take some shock and slowly withered away and died, so we've swapped it for this. This is a sable minor McCurtain, so quite a tough little sable minor, and we can see it's not a huge plant by any means, but it has got some nice blue sheen to the green leaves. Here was the European fan palm, or Camrops cerifera, blue form. I didn't like it. I'm not a fan of Camrops. I've got loads in the garden, I grow them, but I'm not a huge fan of them. And that particular one, the blue form, can look really nice, but my specimen just didn't hold the blue very long. It just looked like a rough standard Camrops humilis, so that's taking up the prime spot, so we swapped out anyway for this. This is a Brahea super silver. So if you know anything about the super silvers, they're not silver straight away like your Brahea or Martas. They are green till they get to a certain size, and they'll turn silver. So I've had this one for a couple of years in a pot, and I thought it was about time to get it in the ground. So that's what that one looks like. Side note, we've got the Eucomus purple pineapple lily coming up there, really deep burgundy, really quite nice. We have got a Camerops in the centre here, just so I had one in a pot I didn't know what to do with. That's not really a main event, it's just a gap filler. But either side, so this side and this side, we have got the Sable Riversides. So I've been growing these for a couple of years in pots. Don't get me wrong, they're not massive palms by any means. They just started out growing the pots, and I needed to get the palms out that were in these positions, just due to the fact that they were getting a bit big and I didn't want them there long term. So I thought rather sooner rather than later, let's swap them. So the Sable Riversides are in. These are tough little palms. They were out most of the winter 22-23, very cold winter, and took in pots, bearing in mind, took a little bit of damage, but yeah, they were rather tough. So, and they've got a nice blue sheen to them. And I will say that for a sable, trunk and sable, they're supposed to be a little bit faster than most sables, and especially in cooler climates, they're supposed to do quite well. But I don't know if anyone's grown them in the UK. If anyone can, I don't think there's much sort of experiment been done with these types, but that's what I'm here for. But let me know if anyone else is growing a Sable Riverside or any sort of sable palmettos in general. But yeah, so that is how the centre palm bed looks now. So yeah, just a few different types of palms. Like I say, some maybe a little bit more unusual, and I look forward to watching these grow very slowly. So the plants that I took out, I've got the side here, so I did actually have a fairly sizable cordyline which had self-seeded. This is the Camerops cerifera I took out, so very little blue on that. It's just looked like a bit of a mess really. It did take some spotting during the winters, and there's just so many side shoots and pups on it. It just looked a bit scruffy. I weren't too keen on it, so that had to come out. We had Agibea chilensis, which again was grown from basically a tiny little seedling, 1 or 2 strap leaves, and that was going to clash with the bigger one we've got at the back there now, the centre palm bed, so that had to come out. And again with this Bootea odorata, from very small seedling, been out every winter, done absolutely fine, but yeah, that was gonna clash sooner or later, because that was in this corner with the bigger Bootea odorata over that side, so that had to come out. So this is what we're left with, and I have sort of done a bit of weeding in the centre palm bed as well, so hopefully I've still got a few bits of grass in there, but mainly it's designed to be black bedding grass with the palms, and just the Eucomus in the middle there to give it a splash of colour and interest, along with the cordylines and coloured phormiums behind, between the bigger Agibea. So that is how it looks. Hopefully that's how it's going to stay if these palms survive over the next few years, and we'll see how slow some of these palms really are. Right, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching.